Is this working? No, it is working. Nobody's home on a Saturday. All right. Eyeballs. Yo, 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 yo. Sorry, I was looking for eyeballs. All right. So, thank you, Brian. Um, so what I was doing yesterday, I was a little caught off guard. Somebody asked me the question as to Josh. You'll get a kick out of this. Somebody asked me the question, "What's the best balsa bait you can buy right now, like off of Tackle Warehouse?" I said, probably a Black Label. So I went on there to make sure they were on there. And I was browsing through the crankbaits, and I came upon. Nah, I don't watch games, bro. I'm not a game watcher. I watch bass fishing. That's it. Uh, not a sports guy. I was big into basketball growing up, but that's about it. But anyway, so I start going through the crankbaits on Tackle Warehouse in the square bill department. Well, I ran across this one, and I thought that looks familiar. So I started browsing through the colors. It's not my color. Check this thing out. Ital, Iteo, eerily similar to some other word I've heard on a bait that is kind of related to that. Rich, I'll show you what I'm talking about. There you go. So this is the Ital, Yuki's cousin. But if you could zoom in on that picture, you could see the wrinkled paint that's on that bait. So I'm guessing they used some water-based paint, dipped it in KBS. It wrinkled. It happens. I've seen it a million times happen. Um, but the bait that they sent Tackle Warehouse, or the bait that Tackle Warehouse pulled to photograph, is completely ratted out. Like, A, it's an S crank. B, you could at least have not, like, at least not send that in. I saw that and I was like, dude, what is this world coming to? That A, it's okay to do that. B, not only are we going to send you a S crank knockoff, we're going to send out baits that are completely roached out. I mean, that's bad. Don't get me wrong. I've painted plenty of blanks in my life, but I paint stuff. That's my job. So, I get what I can paint. Uh, if I could afford to have my own bait design and paint only mine, sure, I would love to do that. But I don't, and I try and have my avenues through Marty to do some stuff that's unique to me. But also I'm not trying to, because like these people promote, they're product developers, right? Like at their level of business, their business model is not paint like me. They are product developers. They develop products. And to see that, I was pretty shocked. So I mean, it's one thing to like knock off a 1.5 and make it a little different. Sure, that gets done. You know, you don't. It doesn't look as bad. I mean, you can tell generally where the bait was a derivative of. This is not even a derivative. This is like just a knockoff. It's not even a knockoff. I mean, I feel like a knockoff would be like trying to be that. This is just like a copy uh, with wrinkled paint. So I'm guessing they're painted here. Um, I don't know, but if I'm sending my copy of a Megabass S crank to Tackle Warehouse to ship out into the world, I would probably throw that wrinkledy piece of junk. I would probably throw it in the trash and be like, you know what? Miss this one. This one, like, how does that pass quality control? Rich, I don't know if it's big enough over there, but if you could see it, it is all the paint's wrinkled. So, and you only save $7. That was the other thing I forgot to mention, was that if you look at the price tag, that bait they're charging, let me look. $17.99. $17.99 for that bait. That one. You can own that. For $17.99 of your hard-earned money. That can be yours. Am I the crazy one here, or is something wrong? I'm trying to look around on the site and see if there's any other goobered up ones. I don't see any other goobered up one. That one's the one that was the worst. But Dan, it is. That's why I checked before I responded. because I didn't know if what the availability was. Brian, I guess. I don't know, dude. I don't even think that's desperation. I think that's just, I don't know. I don't know what that is. I mean, that's just throwing shit up against the wall to see what sticks. So, who knows? Speaking of throwing shit up against the wall to see what sticks, I poured some tails last night for the old uh, native gill to. I didn't want to do a dark one. I wanted to do a lighter or a bright one. I've been on a bright tail kick, but that's what I came up with. It's a lot. It doesn't look as it looks in the light. It's more bright than it actually is. It's pretty. It's pretty dark in person, but it matches that. It was like a play off of this little area here. It's like this, and then like to the extreme. So I thought it was a good compliment to the bait. But I'll probably do I don't know. Black would have been black would have been or a dark smoke would have looked nice, but that's no fun. So I got to put some eyes in this thing real quick. That's what I'm doing here. I wanted to. I had to. I had to. I don't know. I just like I saw that and it really bothered me. And I was thinking to myself, am I the only one who looks at this stuff and like sees this? Um, Maybe so. I don't know. I don't know. But it was bothersome. Tyler, I hadn't dicked around with the tip. Just the tip. Um, Still a little tacky. I don't need to. I have dicked up some tails like that to where I leave them. Uh, hold on. I probably need to arrange some tails so they don't get impressions stuck to them. Oh, so there's my tails. But the thing about them is like the thing about this material is the thinner it is, the longer it takes to cure. So if this was like the sprue, because it's got more material, cures faster because I guess it heats up more. Um, but the smaller part where the actual tail is doesn't takes longer to cure, which is frustrating because I get impatient. Um, and I want to see what the tails look like, and then I'll go lay them down, and they'll still be a little sticky. But I'm gonna put some eyes in this thing. I think this one. I think this one I'm gonna send to the Universe Gathering. For Wayne to give away. We'll see. Currently rigging for the Arkansas River. What are we throwing? I would probably throw a 1/4 ounce buzzbait, a frog. This is what I would tie on. Um, Probably some 1.5-ish style square bill, something small like a BDS 1, um, and maybe because the Arkansas River is fishing tough, right? Um, Probably a balsa V3 just for shits and grins. Um, Probably a Bitsy flip, 1/2 ounce. Probably a tube. Uh, I could get by with that. That's about all I throw 12 months out of the year anyway. So, um, nothing much changes. Daniel, uh, what would you go? What do you do? Is it, I'm guessing the bite is shallow. I'm assuming that you'll be fishing shallow. Bronze eye, orange belly. Never a bad, never a bad choice. Where's my damn exacto? All right, other side. Are y'all getting those storms coming down? I think they're in the Gulf. I don't think they're up here by y'all. This level. Josh, for whatever reason, I had it in my head that you were staying at Guntersville. I forget that you don't live far from it. That it's not like a destination for you. All right, we're eyeballed. Some lucky, some lucky dude at the gathering is going to get this for free. Maybe. Haven't figured it out. Haven't decided yet. It's pretty tasty. It's pretty tasty. But my only issue with the like freebies at the gathering is there's so much shit there already. Like I feel like my one little bait will just get kind of like swept under the rug. Um, you know what I mean? Like it's just going to be like a free for all grab where people are just like, "Ooh, give me, give me, give me," and like, you know, there might not be as much appreciation as if you went through a different avenue to get rid of a bait. Um, so 1.5 square bill, shaky head, green pumpkin, lizard, wake bait, spinner bait, flip pitch, rage bug, buzz bait, and underspin. Should cover you in every part of the water column you're looking to hit. Yeah, that's the other thing, Chris, is whoever wins it is probably not going to keep it. They're just going to be like, ooh, money. Let me get rid of this. I mean, I would hope that whoever got it like would message me and be like, hey, dude, I'm stoked to have this thing. Like, can't wait to fish it. And then you actually see them fish it and not not. But I mean, they do whatever they want to with it, whatever. But uh, there's a very good possibility that it would get flipped. But I could be able to follow it around because there's only one. There's only one like it. It is one of one. Which is the fun part about doing that is you'll be able to track this one. Whoever picks it up, um, whoever gets it and passes it along, you'll you'll know where it was derivative from. Like if I see it go up for sale, I know that came from the universe gathering. Um, so yeah, I think it would be Daniel. I think Wayne just does some giveaways while he's there, and you can send him baits and you get your name and your like business logo put on the banner. Um, Not that that really means anything because there's 100 other names on the banner. So, uh, I mean, does that do any good? You tell me, Josh. Worth my time and effort? I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. I don't know. I don't know what gets talked about. Uh, Derek, if you're talking about this one, yes. Josh, you sent a bait last year or multiple baits? Damn white. You can't even see it this way. It's too white. Uh, Speckled? There you can kind of see it. If you're talking about this vixen, yes. There, now you can see it. Kind of till that top is. The one that was in the pack, no, that was a factory color. Nah, Derek, that's mine. That's mine. For for when the time is right, I'll walk up there to the wall before I go fishing, grab this little jewel down, throw it in the box. Whoops. Put it right there for now. Josh, I guess I need to roll the dice that the person who gets it will be appreciative and happy to have it and not want to get rid of it as soon as he possibly can. And not run out to the parking lot and try and sell it out of his car seat. But we'll see. We'll see. That'll be. We'll roll the dice. We will roll the dice. Like I gave away a bait for raising money for Tony, and it was one of mine that hung on the wall that I painted for myself. And the guy who won it, he never messaged me. Like he never said shit about it. but whatever. Dennis and Menace, what's up? So I don't know. I mean, I feel like if I won somebody's bait, I would I would reach out to them and be like, hey, this is badass, man. Thanks. Uh, Maybe there's not I don't know. People get busy, I guess, but people are also always on their phones. It's like the girl you date in college, and she's like, I didn't. It's like, oh, I messaged you. It's like, oh, really? I didn't have my phone on me. It's like, poor shit. Your phone literally never leaves your hand. Oh man, I forgot. That's true, Josh. Is that Wayne does provide a very good platform for people to use uh, and abuse uh, their businesses and their what they do. So, like I said, I try not to suckle off of that too bad because I feel like Wayne works really hard to do that, and I feel like maybe some people forget that it's not just like a damn free for all, that the guy has to like keep up with all that shit and put all this shit together and all that kind of stuff. So I would rather just send it to Wayne and be like, you keep it. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to give it away, give it away. But like, I don't know that you need anything. Probably doesn't. But it is a nice resource to have should you need to uh, bring eyes to something. We got that one. This isn't going to be the next batch color, but maybe, maybe not. Um, I do have four more of those tails, so four of them will have to match those tails, whatever that may be. But I mean, that tail will match a regular gill. Like if I just painted like something just very natural, that tail would match. So um, this one will look sweet in the water because it'll look just like a bluegill. You won't be able to hardly see the body. You'll just see that little tail going. Dee, 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 dee. Man, these turned out really good. These turned out really good. The tails, no flash, almost, which is even better because that means no cleanup for me. Yeah, smooth as a damn baby's ass. Have you painted a perch pattern? I have not. I don't have any perch bars uh, that would fit my bait without looking dumb. I think on my bait to make it into a perch, I would need some long thin ones, and I don't have that. Uh, Never really thought about it actually. I just think gills. I did the bass. The bass was fun. Um, Trying to think what else. I did the crappie. Crappie. Crappie are fun sometimes. Uh, it holds crappie paint pretty decent though. Um, I don't know what else. My favorite thing to paint on them is just like a solid color, like white, chartreuse, whatever. Just something bright, something light, something like solid black would look badass. Um, Anything of that nature. Uh, I think that looks the best. But then I think no, Marty, I've got. I mean, no, Dennis, I've got these ready to go. But Marty sent me a bunch of top waters, and they're floating around in the U.S. Postal Service. We don't know where they are. Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. There's Marty Burns. Um, but Eric's bait showed up, Marty. So those are safe. We're still on the lookout for still on the lookout for the topwaters. We'll see if they pop up. We did test out some hats. Forgive the glitter and fingerprints, but turned out pretty good. These were just some samples we had. So. Marty, I hadn't painted them. I'm still kind of waiting for those. I'm still waiting in hopes that those topwaters show up, and I'm going to do them all at the same time. Um, so I'm just going to work on swim baits for a few days in order to get those. Um, in order to get maybe give those a little time uh, to maybe show up. Tackle Warehouse is making. You heard from other people that their boxes were missing, or you had boxes from Tackle Warehouse missing. The thing that sucks is Marty sent a box after he sent those, and it showed up yesterday. So I don't know if those other ones are headed back to him or where they're going. I cut wire for a little while yesterday that the bean ripped off, and I cut for long enough that I was like sick of cutting wire, and then I started looking at the pile of wire. And I was like, dude, when you're cutting off like 6-inch pieces of wire at a time, you don't realize how much that is in terms of a whole spool of wire. It's a lot. So whenever I get, maybe I'll take that home with me tonight. Amy and the kids are in Baton Rouge. I'll be home alone, so snipping wire, eating pizza is probably in my future. No Casey's Pizza down here, so I have to resort to Red Baron. But all right, it's 12:01. That means it is time to pour. When senders stamp the box with Tackle Warehouse, UFO, Hinkle, etc., it is no wonder the packages get lost. Yeah, I started stamping my boxes for a while with the circle fish head. Not that like it goes through the postal service and people are like, ooh, tackle craft. But it kind of does signify that it's something. So if you knew you fished and you see a box with a fish on it, maybe I'll lose that one in my truck. I don't know. I really don't have any clue how many boxes get thieved on a weekly basis from people like reading the packages and be like, oh, I want that. Um, I wouldn't think a ton, but I'm sure there's their fair share. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. Car shopping? Ooh, no thanks, Hella. No thanks. like I guess if are you going to a car lot? I don't like those things. I try to. I don't know that I'll ever buy a car from a lot. I actually applied when I was in Austin, struggling to find work because degrees are seemingly worthless, as is business experience or work experience. You would assume pirates fish, but I applied to sell cars, and it was this was post door knocking. So I went from a yeah, I like private party hell. Um, I went from I went from a 100% commission job knocking doors to thinking I could get a job in sales, maybe in the car world, just because I needed a job real fast. So I went and did like an interview, and they were like, "Oh yeah, this is great. You've got you've got door to door experience. That's awesome." I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." Like, all right, well, the the way this works is you're 100% commission. And I was like, "Nah, nah, sorry." So I was thinking I was going to get a little better deal out of a car lot, uh, but they tried to give me the same deal as the satellite people. I was like, I don't want 100% commission again ever, which is what I basically do now. But it prepared me mentally for that to eat what you kill kind of mentality. So hell, I don't even know where people buy cars now privately. Because like back in the day, if you wanted to buy a car, you go buy Auto Trader, and you'd flip through it, and there'd be like hundreds of vehicles in Auto Trader. Then you'd get on autotrader.com, but I don't even think Auto Trader exists anymore. Like, is there an online outlet for people buying used cars? Because I haven't seen it besides Facebook Marketplace. And Facebook Marketplace is good, um, but I usually search way out. I mean, it's risky because you might have a little drive ahead of you and not be what you want. Um, you got to get real good pictures and get real good. Hope the person's honest with you. But like when I bought my boat in Kentucky, so I had to drive 8 hours to buy a boat with $10,000 cash, and that's what I put down on it, and then I was going to finance the rest. So um, got my wad of cash, headed up the road to Kentucky to buy a boat that I've never laid physical hands on, and it was scary. But I mean, I didn't have to buy it. I would have just been out 16 hours of road time. Uh, but it was a weekend. Like I drove up there on a Friday, I think, or I drove up there on a Saturday. That's what I did. I drove up there Saturday morning, and then I stayed the night at Buchanan's on Kentucky Lake at Paris, and fished the next day for a little while. And I fished that afternoon, and then we went we went back home. Uh, but Carvana, I don't know if we have a Carvana here or not. I don't think so. But do they sell do they sell trucks? Amy, uh, this is what I'm crazy about. So this company, Tightlines UV, they called their bait in it Ital. Iteo. So that bait is a direct copy of a Megabass S crank, and I guess the main designer owner uh, is Ito, ITO, and then they just added an A in front of the O to make it sound exotic, but they couldn't think of anything else exotic besides his actual name. Uh, but anyway, paint's wrinkled on the bait. It's a ripoff, and it's $18. Uh, you got your truck off of Vroom. I don't know what Vroom is. Let me look. Let me stop sharing that. Vroom. Let's look here. Share screen. Online car sales. All right. 2008 Silverado. I'll just look up my truck. Browse thousands. See what they got here on Vroom. Marty, I guess you know your way around it. You searched. Looks like we couldn't find what you're looking for. That's not good. Silverado 1500. No Silverados on Vroom, unfortunately. Well. All right, dudes. I'm going to pour. Y'all be good. Good talking to y'all. Have a good weekend. Have a good holiday. Maybe I'll check back in later tonight. Y'all be good. See you. Discard. All right. All right, lone viewer. Be good. Oh. Whoops. Yeah.